Hi everybody, Pat Stinson with MontanaTest.com. We're looking at some other decoys today, but they are not mallards. They are green wing teal from Dakota Decoys, X-TREME, they call them X-TREME um, green wing teal decoys. Now I got a quick story to tell you about Dakota Decoys. 20 years ago when I started Montana Test, those were one of the first guys that I contacted. And I got some mallard decoys from them. And I can tell you some, I am using those mallards today. I've used them for at least 15 years and they look fantastic. I've always been I have a warm place in my heart for Dakota Decoys. I've always loved them. Bill's a great guy. He's always worked with me when I have questions. But I want to talk about these today, the green wing teal. Now, the drakes go through a 24-step painting process. Look at that thing. It's absolutely beautiful. And then the hens go through a 16-step painting process, and they look fantastic. Great little keel system here. Hook up your rigs to, your weights to, and now people, you know, I'm a mallard nuts for decoys. I always have been, but I always put a bunch of teal in there. I put a bunch of pintails in there, mallards, and my son, he says, "Oh, they're too small. You got to get those great big decoys." Look, I've used all kinds of decoys. I've used 12-inch, 14, 16, 18. I've used them all, and they all work depending on what you do with your spread and which way the wind is blowing. It's very, very important. Remember, ducks are always going to land into the wind. But so far as Dakota Decoys, these are just absolutely beautiful. I bought a half a dozen of them. They're going to go into my spread here in the next 6-8 weeks, and they're just fantastically made decoys. They really are. I've always liked them very much. And as I said, I've used the mallard decoys, I think, for almost 20 years, and I'm still using them today in my ducks blind that I have north of here. And then on the big water, I use them too. So they've just been great. Hey, take your kids hunting, fishing, and camping. Create memories that last a lifetime. In my case, I have to take my grandkids. This is Pat Stinson with MontanaTest.com. We'll see you next time.